Continuing from the previous video. Let's continue crocheting. Gently pull the control yarn. If the shoe opening is the right size, keep the control yarn tight and aligned with the edge of the opening. However, if the opening is too low and makes it difficult to slip your foot in, adjust the control yarn by raising it slightly and loosening it a bit. This will create more slope for the upper, making the shoe easier to put on. The number of rows crocheted for the upper will vary depending on the shoe size, as each size requires a different number of rows. Use your hand as a guide. Leave approximately 4 finger widths of space at the heel position, then proceed to finish with the last row. You can try it on your foot to check the fit. Each stitch is crocheted with the same technique. While crocheting, be sure to compare the size and length of the slippers for both feet to ensure they are consistent and fit properly. Ensure that the finishing point matches the position where you ended on the other slipper. Compare the two slippers to ensure they are crocheted to be roughly the same size and shape for both feet. We need to crochet one more row, so we will skip a stitch and continue crocheting from there. Here, we notice that the shoe opening is too high, so we can lower the control yarn slightly to tighten the opening. As we skip a stitch and create a gap, try to crochet normally if the hook can reach. If it's too tight to pull through, you can crochet a single crochet stitch into the skipped stitch. Since we skipped a stitch at the starting point on the right side earlier, we also need to skip a stitch at the ending point on the left side to keep both sides symmetrical. For the skip stitch, we can crochet a single crochet stitch and finish with a slip stitch. Since the pink yarn is no longer needed, you can simply cut it off and fasten it off. Use a lighter to gently seal the yarn ends so they won't unravel. Use the crochet hook to hide the pink yarn end within the stitches. Compare both slippers. Here, we find the upper is still slightly too high. We can tighten the shoe opening by lowering the control yarn while finishing the last row. In the final row, skip 2 stitches to create a steeper slope. This adjustment allows the upper to conform more closely to the foot, enhancing both fit and comfort. The shoe opening is too large. Lower the control yarn slightly to tighten it. Crochet single crochet stitches into the skipped stitches. Then, for the final row, work a twisted single crochet stitch into each stitch. With 2 loops on the hook, gently rotate your wrist and the hook in a full circle. Then, yarn over and pull through. Ensure the loops are sized appropriately. If they're too tight, pulling the yarn through after the rotation will be challenging. Conversely, if they're too loose, the shoe opening may become overly slack and uncomfortable to wear. Adjust the loop size to achieve a balanced and comfortable fit. Skip 2 stitches on this side as well to maintain symmetry with the other side. Work a single crochet into the skipped stitch. Finally, work a slip stitch to finish the row and fasten off. Hide the yarn tail by weaving it into the stitches to make it invisible. The slippers are now finished. This is the basic foundation crochet technique, and all other styles are built upon it. You can add decorative patterns by incorporating additional designs.